My name is Khadijah Lashaun, and I am the Black guidance counselor that my community needs. I'm a strategic investor and CEO. I make money in my sleep, and I teach others how to do the same. I share my knowledge, talents, and resources with others. So if you're in need of that motivation or courage to start following your own path, look no further. My intention is to share as much value with you all as possible and to show you that there are many different paths to happiness and many different paths to wealth. You just have to find the one that's right for you. Hello everyone, my name is Khadijah Lashaun, also known as your Black guidance counselor. I am here to guide you to the resources that you need. Today's video is just going to be about how I found my purpose in life and how I came into your Black guidance counselor, okay? So I'm going to just talk through it, just tell you guys my journey, a little bit about my journey, not everything, but a little bit about my journey and how I came into your Black guidance counselor. If this is your first time tuning in, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have not already, hit the bell, okay, so that you get notifications anytime I come out with a new video. I'm going to be dropping value every single week for you guys, sharing tips every single week for you guys, and I hope you appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope that you gain some type of value from it, okay? So let me just talk through for a second me. I'm Khadijah Lashaun. When I grew up, I had a lot of self-esteem issues, a lot of body issues. I wound up going to college. I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but I wound up going to college because it was where I was guided to go, and definitely learned a lot in my experience during college. But before college, I was kind of coached and encouraged that that was the only option, that college was the only option for people. The reason why I came into your Black guidance counselor is because I'm an entrepreneur at this point, doing things that I didn't necessarily need to go to college to do. So I want to encourage people to try to find their own way to produce their own income streams. Not that you need to quit your 9-to-5, not that you have to give up on that, but more so that you need to create more flexibility within your life and align to who you truly are. Some things about me naturally that are in me is that I am a reader. I love to read. I love knowledge. I love to learn from others. That's just naturally in me. What else? I love listening to podcasts. I share my value. Naturally, I share my value with others. I've been doing YouTube for about over 5 years now. Mainly because I like to document my process and document me. I also like to share tips, share my knowledge. I taught a lot about how I manage my hair as someone with TWA, like a teeny weeny afro. So my old channel was all about natural hair, plus size fashion, and makeup. So I did that with my friends, and that was something that we did for fun. We didn't do it to get paid. We didn't do it to get followers or anything like that. We just did it because we wanted to. And yeah, so the whole coming into your Black guidance counselor thing really happened as a result of my spiritual journey. Before the pandemic, this was about February 2020. This was like literally a month before the pandemic. I was working a job, a 9-to-5 at a corporate position. This was like my second role in my career as a corporate manager. And honestly, I wasn't happy in the role. I wasn't feeling like I was fulfilling any type of purpose. I just felt like I was there. I was surviving. I was just trying to figure out how to live and how to make money and how to pay for everything and all that stuff. So I was working a job just to work a job, just like a lot of people who need to survive. So what happened was I started kind of like really listening to podcasts. I started listening to this podcast called, I forgot exactly what, I think it was called The Breakdown or something like that, or Career Karma, something, I don't remember what it was called, but it was basically a podcast about software engineering. It's from the guy who created Career Karma, the app. So I was getting more information about a different field. Like I was really looking into different alternatives to make money. I didn't want to work a corporate job forever. I didn't want to work for anyone forever in general. I just wanted to find a way to start producing my own income and have it be based on my decisions and my hard work, not somebody else's. The roles I had been in before then, I had really like had to manage people and things and just like put in so much work, and it didn't align with me, and I had to be a fake person to be able to do that. Like you have to be a fake person to work a corporate job. Like you have no choice really, because if you are your true self, your authentic self, they might just fire you for it. So part of working in the corporate field is really sipping the Kool-Aid. Gotta drink it. Drink the whole damn glass of Kool-Aid and just listen to what they say, do what they say, go along with things. And it just really didn't align with who I was. The previous position that I had before that one caused me a lot of mental anxiety, stress, a lot of stuff like that. Primarily because I was in a manager role. It's my first time in a manager role. And I made some mistakes. I really made some mistakes. I was a messy person, okay? Not messy as in dirty, messy as in I was talking about things to associates that were more so manager conversations. So that was a mistake that I made. And, once I made that mistake, it kind of got, the information that I said kind of got out and it got spread around. And that kind of gave me, like, nobody officially could say that I did what I did, because the person who did say it no longer works for the company. But I'm just saying that just that sow of doubt that she sowed on the people who I worked with kind of caused like a domino effect to happen. So what happened was I started getting lunches scheduled in my calendar. So like literally someone would, like a manager, a senior manager, a regional controller, someone who is in a management role above me started scheduling, and this happened like 4 times, separate times, like all within a short amount of time, and they all scheduled them at the same time. So it was like there was like really like closing in on me to figure out exactly what was said and what happened, and really gauging just drama. Okay, it was all drama, and it caused me to really start to hate my job. It caused me to dread going into work every day. And it caused me a lot of anxiety because I was worried about getting fired for what I said. I was worried about, getting caught in a lie and stuff like that. And just, it wasn't a good situation for me overall. So I was happy when I left that role to go pursue another management role because, one, it paid me more. It was closer to where I lived. But, even though I found a new position, I was getting paid more, I still felt like something was lacking. Like, it wasn't really about the money. Like, the money, yes, it's important. Money is important. But I didn't feel full. I felt like I wasn't doing what I was meant to be doing. I felt like I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I felt like this job was stopping my growth. Like, I truly felt that. I felt like if I don't get out now, I'm going to be here for the rest of my life, looking around at people who are depressed and don't like their job and are not happy and not pursuing their passions and dreams. I don't want to be here. I didn't want to be there. So that's when I started looking into software engineering. There's something called software engineering boot camps where you can literally become a software engineer in a matter of months, literally, or a year, So it was basically, the way it works is like, okay, you sign up for the boot camp. They teach you everything you need to know. And then some of the boot camps have a special program where you really don't have to pay. You don't have to pay until you get a job. So that really pulled at me because I was like, okay, well, at least it's guaranteeing that I get a job. But software engineering didn't fit me either. I was just going for it for the money. I was like, yes, I want to make $100K a year. I need to make $100K a year. I'll do whatever it takes. But it just didn't align with me, and I don't really like coding, to be honest with you, so I just didn't want to do it. So I switched gears again, and I was just like, okay, well, let me look into real estate, because I did purchase my home at this point. It's my first investment house, my investment property, my first investment house property, which I'm in right now. And I was just like, okay, well, let me go into real estate so I can figure out how to buy more houses for myself, to build my platform, and teach other people how to buy houses. So I took the real estate course, finished it. Well, actually, here's what happened, okay? So it was February, before the pandemic. My manager, it was one day, it was really messing with me. I mean, they wasn't messing with me, but it was just not the day to test how bad do I want this job, you know? So I had already had previous conversations with my manager before about certain things. They kind of got on me about being late and stuff like that. And I understand, I understand. I'm just someone who moves on my own time. That's why the 9-to-5 life I had to part ways with that. But basically what happened was my manager, my direct manager, was getting on me about something. I had a meeting with her one day, and she was just like, so I noticed that you missed a couple of days, and you never made them up. And I was just like, well, every day that I missed, I told you that I was going to miss it. And when I missed it, you said, okay. It was just that. I didn't have time at this point. So I was new into this role, less than 3 months. I wasn't there for more than 3 months. I know missing days is not a good thing, but I'm me, girl. I'm me. So I can get away with certain things that maybe somebody else couldn't, because you're happy to see me when I get there, and I'm bring some value. I'm gonna come correct when I get there, but I just might be a couple minutes late. The fuck? So to me, it felt like y'all was really pressing over something that wasn't that serious. Okay, so a couple minutes late, they complain about that, but then they complain about me missing days. I understand. I'm new in the role, whatever. So, I mean, to be honest, this is probably not the best mentality for a worker, but my mentality is, my time is my time. I'm going to get there when I get there. As long as I get there safely. That's what really matters. And then if I can't make it, I'm going to communicate. So the last time that I had missed work, it was because my dog passed away. Literally, my dog passed away. That's the last time that I missed work. That was probably the third day that I missed, and I didn't have time. And she knew that. She knew the reason why I missed that day. It was because my dog passed away, and I'm not coming in. I don't know what you expect. You're lucky I even came in the next day, So she pulls me into the office. She's like, hey, we need to talk, have a conversation, X, Y, and Z. She's like, okay, well, so we noticed that you missed a couple of days, and you didn't make up the time, so we're going to need you to make up the time from the last day that you missed. And I was like, first off, I was just like, so do you need, do I have to make up the time? Because technically y'all didn't pay me for it. So it's not like I stole money and didn't show up, I didn't have the time, so you didn't pay me. That's what you told me. That's what you told me. You said, well, I don't have time, so I'm just not going to get paid. Okay. I'm just like, okay. So now she's coming in a different way, and she's just like, oh, well, yeah, we're going to need you to make up the time this time around. I'm like, okay. All right. So, when can I make up the time? And I'm just like, okay, well, can I come in on Saturday? She's like, nope, can't come in on Saturday. And I'm like, okay, well, can I come in on Sunday? Nope, can't come in on Sunday. And I'm like, okay, well, at this point in time, I have a puppy. So Riley, my black dog who I have, he's now full grown. But at the time, he was only about a couple months old, So he was very early in his life. And the thing about puppies that you have to realize, and anybody who wants to have a puppy, you need to know this. Your relationship with the dog is being formed from the second you have him on. So if you aren't reliable with your dog, if you're not consistent with your dog, they can't trust you. Meaning they don't have, the bond is not going to be as strong, and they're not going to, feel as confident in you and you showing up and stuff like that. To me, that's very important that my dog knows that I'm going to be home at a certain time to let them out, because God forbid, I don't want them to, pee in the cage, or because that also causes problems with your dog too. If you leave them in a cage for long periods of time and they pee in the cage or they poop in the cage, that's causing distrust in your relationship with your dog. So I take my dog very seriously. I just recently lost a dog at this point, and now I have a newer dog, and he lost the dog too. He was with Queenie and me before she passed, and I'm in an emotional state. But honestly and completely, I was just like, I can't stay overtime. I really can't stay overtime. I'm working 8 hours. Okay, I have a puppy at home. It takes me about 30 minutes Plus I have a lunch, it's 30 minutes, so that's an extra hour and a half to 2 hours on top of my day. Meaning I'm gone for like 9 to 10 hours every day. Imagine you're holding your bladder for 9 to 10 hours every day. I can't go home during my lunch. I just can't. So I can't stay overtime. Like, I can't stay overtime. I really can't, because I'm just not willing to sacrifice my dog waiting in a cage, you know, probably holding his bladder painfully, trying to go to, like, he has to go to the bathroom, but he can't because he's in a cage, you know. So I didn't want to do that to him. And so this was a Wednesday in the week. She's having this meeting with me. She's like, hey, Khadijah, I need you to make up the time, X, Y, and Z. I was like, okay. Well, no, this is a Tuesday. I'm like, okay, well, I'll figure it out. I'll do my best to make up the time. I said, I'll do my best to make up the time. Because you're telling me I can't come in on the weekend. And you're saying that I need to make up the time. I'm just like, okay, well, today's Tuesday and Friday's coming up. When am I supposed to make this time up? So, what happens was, that was Tuesday. Then on Thursday of the week, she direct messages me. Mind you, she's sitting 2 seats away from me. 2 seats away from me. She direct messages me, hey Khadijah, so when did you think you was going to make up that time? I'm like, well, honestly, today's Thursday and tomorrow's Friday. And you said I couldn't come in on Sunday or Saturday, so I'm not going to be able to make up the time. I communicated that with her, and she's just like, oh, well, you have to make up the time because you missed multiple days, and we need to know that you take your job seriously, so we need you to make up the time. And I'm like, okay, well, when would you like me to make up the time? She was like, oh, well, we have a major project I have to get done, and I can't stay late today, so I need you to stay late. And I'm like, so the same person who's telling me, well, also, this is the hypocriteness, okay? You can't tell me I can't be late if I see you coming late the very next day. Like, so she's just like, yeah, so if you take your job seriously, I'm going to need you to stay late today. And I said, okay. Okay. So what I did was, I grabbed my keys, looked around my desk to see if there was anything I needed. Nope, nothing I need. Okay. Walk straight out the door. It's 2 o'clock. Get off at 4. I was just like, fuck this shit, I'm out. So I clocked out and everything. So I was just like, yeah, sorry. Like, because also, and here's a little backstory. The day before that, I had a meeting with someone about my real estate license. So I had a meeting with someone from Berkshire Hathaway. That's a major company that they sell houses and buy houses and all this stuff. So that's actually the company I purchased my home through. And they told me basically, you know, you get your license, the job is yours. And at this point, I had already started the course to get my real estate license, but I hadn't finished it. So it was like, there was 2 reasons why I quit my job. So I quit my job, one, because she was asking me to do something that I was not willing to do. I feel like a work-life balance is important, and I have certain boundaries that I'm not going to cross. You're not going to tell me I have to stay late on the day of. That's rude as shit, and that's inconsiderate of my time because I have plans after work. I don't know about you. You're not going to stop me from going to my plans. I'm sorry. You can't do that. It's my life. So, it was a little rash, but basically what happened was the day before I had a meeting with Berkshire Hathaway, and they told me flat out, they was like, okay, you finished the license, the job is yours. So I'm just like, I also need to finish this licensing. Like, I have to finish this test. This course, it takes 90 hours to do this course, and I have 2 weeks. 90 hours in 2 weeks. You work 40 hours in a week. So how much time do I really have outside of that to finish this course? So that's why I quit my job. I quit my job because I'm not willing to sacrifice, you know, I'm not willing to, I pick my dog over my job. I pick my dog over my job, okay? Because nobody else will, okay? So that was one, that situation was a little rash. I wound up finishing the license, the real estate tech class. I finished the course. I had the test. I went to the test. I passed it by like this much, but I still passed it. And then I had my licensing test scheduled for, I believe it was like March 13th of 2020. And so I had my licensing test scheduled, was studying. And then on the 13th of March, my test was canceled because of the pandemic. And to be determined on when it was going to open back up again. So it was like a really kind of like jarring shock to me, because I'm just like, yo, I just quit my job to pursue real estate. I literally just quit my job to pursue real estate, and I can't get my license. How am I going to do this? So I was unemployed for a while, still doing side jobs here and there. And basically what happened, I started to realize I started to study more, learn more about real estate, learn more about finances, learn more about credit, learn more about how to run my business the correct way. I was really feeding my mind a lot last year and the year before. And I came to the realization that I don't have to be a real estate investor. I mean, I don't have to have a license in real estate to buy real estate. I was just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you don't need that damn license. Because the truth was that I didn't really want to, like, I am going to teach people how to buy houses and buy stuff, but that wasn't the overall purpose. The purpose was so I could acquire more properties. But really, the e-course, the real estate e-course, from what I hear, it doesn't really teach you anything other than just the basics of how real estate works and stuff like that. So it was a cool foundation for real estate, but it wasn't everything I needed. So, after unemployment ends and everything, I started really taking Lyft and Uber seriously. I started getting out there more often and really making as much money as I could. Started getting really consistent with that, consistent with my income coming in. Went through a lot of issues relationally with my finances and stuff like that. That was a lot. But I have made it out on the other side. And it took a lot of time for me really to realize what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And I just realized that God reveals things to you when you're ready, you know. So as long as you're following the path, you will get to where you're going. But you must clarify where you're going, okay? And part of that is really looking at yourself and asking yourself, what do you want? What is the perfect life for you? What does it look like? What kind of things are you going to have? What kind of things are you going to do? You know, what are important things for you? And so that is where I kind of like flowed into your Black Guidance Counselor, because I realized that I naturally give people a lot of value. I naturally share a lot of my knowledge without payment. I just do that, you know. And Instagram kind of became a cool thing for me because I was really sharing knowledge with others and motivation with others and inspiration and comedy and stuff like that. Just really sharing it with the audience that I relate to the most, which is Black women between the ages of 25 and 35 and around there. But that's who I really relate to, and that's who I'm talking to. That's who I really want to help and encourage and support, because it took me 2 years to get Airbnb up and started. 2 years. 2 years. It took me 2 years to finally be able to like take a step back from working so I can focus on influencing. So now that I've made it to this point in time, I must share with you guys how. I must share with you guys how. And part of my journey was really getting closer to God. Really getting closer to God. Like, regardless of who I'm with, what relationship I'm a part of, who I'm talking to, who I surround myself with, really taking time for God out of every day. And taking time for myself out of every day. So that is where the whole Your Black Guidance Counselor came from. I have a lot of resources for you guys. It's the link in my bio. Definitely click on it. It's a lot of free resources for anybody. It could help anybody. It could help lift your mood. It could help give you some knowledge that maybe you didn't know before. Open up your mind a little bit, you know, and just realize that, like, everything happens for a reason, and it's going to be all right. You know, now that you found your Black Guidance Counselor, it's only going to go up from here, because I show you guys every single day how much in alignment I am. The things that I do, the things I represent, my tea times, this represents me and my highest self. So by me displaying my highest self to you guys, I can encourage you guys to be your higher self. and to connect to your higher self and really figure out what it is that is right for you. What life do you want to live and how to get that. That is what I'm about. That's my whole alignment, Insta alignment. I have an alignment workshop coming out soon. I have Insta alignment, my Insta alignment e-course. It has levels to it. Definitely check me out. Check out my link in my bio. And I hope and pray that you guys get some value. Even my podcast, completely free. Check out my podcast. You will gain a lot of knowledge and value from there. And I hope that you guys appreciate it. I really hope you guys appreciate it. If you guys find any value in any of my videos or any of my podcast episodes or whatever, please let me know. DM me. Don't be scared. I'm a normal person, okay? Just like you. So give me feedback. I cherish feedback because it lets me know, it gives me confirmation that I'm on the right path, that this is what I need to be doing. You don't know how much it means to me when I get those DMs from people saying, wow, I love your page. I got lost in it. Or I love your page so much. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Like, that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me that you guys care. So definitely let me know how you guys feel about the resources I provide you with, about the knowledge I share with you guys. I try to be as real with you guys as possible because I'm all about alignment. I'm not going to sit up here and fake for y'all. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that I do things that I don't do. It's taken me a long time to get to this point. A long time. Keeping my house clean the way I do. Taking care of myself the way that I do. Eating the way I do. It took me a long time to get to this point. And so with that experience, I can share my knowledge with you guys. So that's my whole intent, my purpose and everything. I'm with God. Okay? I'm connected. Thanks to Minx Diva on YouTube. Check out her angel number videos, y'all. You will be mind boggled, okay? And you will feel like, okay, I made it, and I know what to do next. So, I hope and pray that you guys appreciate this video, appreciate the value that I'm sharing with you guys. If you guys have any questions, any comments, any thoughts, just drop them below. And I will see you guys in the next video. I will see you guys later. Love y'all. Okay? Bye.